Mike Healy, you guys probably seen me throughout the weekend, obviously. My background was way back when, back in the late 80s, early 90s. I was in the bar business. And just to kind of let you know about this presentation I have on here, this is something I use for my businesses that I do right now. So it was already put together, and I do with a lot of online marketing and things like that. I have a background for about 23 years. I've been doing direct selling, network marketing. So regardless of your opinion of it, understand that everything I'm going to show you applies to any business that you can do it. I have done very well in it. We've made millions of dollars over the 23-year period of doing it because I do it a little out of the box, I think. So I'm not just your average person that does stuff. The other thing is I was frustrated at the way everything seemed to go. I mean, I was in networking so long ago that we had to use paper flip charts to give presentations. Does anybody remember? I used rotary phones back in the day. I can't believe I am that old. I'm 51 in case anybody's curious. I look good for 51 though, right? Okay, I'll stay on. I gotta stay on track here. I think I've eaten enough. I had enough coffee, so I should be good. So real quick, if you want to re-see this presentation, okay, you can just write that web address down. Now, this is something that I use as a marketing tool, and you'll understand the whole process of what I'm showing you. But this is basically a recorded presentation that I did, and somebody can opt in for that. If you opt in for that too, what'll be nice is you'll be on my email list. But like I think it's the second email in the series. I actually send you the PowerPoint that you see online. Okay, so just letting you know. The other thing is I've basically figured out how to generate leads and so on all of these platforms: Google, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Okay, I'm basically an entrepreneur for about 24 years. I started studying online and internet marketing about 11 years ago. Again, just out of frustration. Pastor always said, to find problems and fix them and solve them and say yes and figure it out later. So I've been kind of doing that. I have run probably over 1,000 ad campaigns online, and I'm not a genius at it. I'm not an expert at it per se, but I'm definitely getting up there, okay? I'm working my way up there. The nice thing is because of my issues that I had in networking and problems I was trying to solve, I was able to figure some of these things out, and then kind of the word got out that I knew how to do ads and things like that, and I had outside traditional businesses hire me to do stuff, which has been great because I've been able to spend their dollars to learn some of this stuff, right? How many people would like to spend somebody else's money to get smarter? Yeah, so it's been awesome. And then I'm more of a I guess the easiest way to describe the way my brain works is I like puzzles. I like figuring out puzzles. Like if I see something, I try to figure out how I can get through it. Okay. Obviously, I'm gonna offer you the opportunity if you want. I don't care if you do it or not. I have all of these things on courses that I have been selling for quite some time that somebody can go learn any one of these things, and I'll explain it to you. And you'll see if there's value or something like that. Okay, so this is basically the beginning of this presentation. So here was a light bulb moment that happened for me about 5 years ago that a gentleman said in marketing. He said, if you're not using data to drive your decisions and paid traffic to grow your business, you're dead. And I didn't really understand it, but I understood it. And how I really started to get into this was I had created, in one of my networking companies, I created an organization that had about 3,000 people, and it had 45 or 42,000 customers in it, right? And somebody's like, wow, that's great. You made all this money, And he said, how'd you do it? And I didn't have an answer. I couldn't really identify it. And so what I did is I took the time to kind of look at it and reverse engineer how that happened. Like, what did I look at? What tools did I use? And so on. Because in a lot of cases, most people are trying to develop businesses. They look at results that happened, like a customer signed up, right? Wow, let's celebrate. If I can get a whole bunch of them, that would be great. The problem is most people don't start at the beginning and look at where the lead indicators were that created that sale. Does that make sense? What we can do in today's day and age with technology sets you light years ahead of what people used to have to do before. Like it's just insane what you can do. And another example is Like when I first joined networking in like 1994, the first company I was in, what they call enrolled or recruited 46 people in 4 years. Okay, in 4 years. I recently got one in. I've been in 45 days and recruited 111. Okay, all online. I haven't even talked to people. Like they sign up without me talking to them. Is that like crazy? Okay, so I'm getting somewhere with this, okay? Here's how you have to begin to think, is you have to think like, if you're gonna create a business, you gotta think like a business owner. McDonald's is the best, right? It costs them, they figured out that it costs them $1.91 to get somebody through their drive-through. Basically, all costs, everything, traffic, ads, everything. Average person, if they get a burger, they're making a whopping 18 cents in profit. You're probably going, well, how am I going to become a billion-dollar company at 18 cents profit? You're not. When you order something, what next thing they say is, would you like fries and a Coke with that? Would you biggie size that? Would you, like that? And the upsells alone put more profit on there. It's an 8 times profit maximizer. So you have to begin to think like that, okay? So here's my big question to somebody is this, as I say this when I start marketing and I teach people this, is if I gave you $2 for every dollar you gave me, how many dollars would you give me? How many? As many as you could get. Jenna, did you get a good picture of me yet? Come on. Okay. Like this is the only time I get real good photos for my website. Make sure you get some crowd shots, head shots. Go ahead, get one real quick. Did you get it? Good. Okay. Well, here's the thing. I'm going to throw a lot of stuff at you real fast, and you're going to feel overwhelmed, and it's okay. Okay? Just understand that that's the way it goes. So I'm going to start with kind of some case study stuff. Is one of the things that I figured out how to do, or I had to learn how to do, was automate the process. Because automation is to your time exactly what compounding interest is to your money. I had created, when I first got started in networking, I had created this little 5-step thing, which was my recipe for success that I would think about, and it was prospect, contact, present, follow up, and repeat. So that was my formula: prospect, contact, present, follow up, and repeat. And most of it was just I dialed the telephone, I called a friend, I dialed the telephone, asked them permission to either meet with them or send them something, and so on. And so that was my process. But then I found out about the internet coming around and things, and you could make videos and you could send stuff in emails and stuff like that. So I started really thinking about, well, heck, if the name of the game is just to get somebody to hear my story, which is what anybody in business is doing, I needed to figure out how to automate that, okay? So what I started to do was I figured out how to create, and I'll start right here. Traffic is basically people, okay? And I want to start here real quick with this one. What if you could only, or you usually in 90% of the cases, talk to the right person about the right thing at the right time? Do you think that would have a benefit to your business? Every time, all day of the week, right? So what I did is I figured out that if I got some traffic, you basically just educate them, and then you close this. Okay? Now here's where it kind of changed for me. How many people have websites? Okay? Websites in most cases are just online brochures that do not direct the person to do squat. And they run up and they smash into a wall and they get confused and they're out. You lose more traffic by creating websites. If you're in the website creation business, I apologize for what I'm going to say, but don't worry about your website so much, and don't pay people tens of thousands of dollars to put websites together for you. I'd rather you take that money and drive the traffic to an ugly web page and you'll convert better, okay? That's my opinion. But a funnel is a series of pages in a strategic order that basically is getting someone on a customer journey that is building rapport along the way, okay? It is you tailoring the conversation step by step by step to make it a more meaningful conversation to get someone to do what you want to do. Would that make a lot more sense than go to my website and look around and see what happens, right? It's like when I can't go shopping, I hate shopping more than anything. I can't. You took me to, I don't know if it's just I see all the colors and chaos and everything like that, but I walk in. But if I could walk in and somebody walked me up and said, go here, and go here, I would be probably the greatest shopper on the planet. You know what I mean? But typically I go in and I get confused because there's so much stuff. And I just freak out. Right, Stacy, my wife back there? She goes, I hate taking you shopping. Then stop taking me shopping. Okay, so here's how it was. I thought of those 5 steps, back to prospect, contact, present, follow up, and repeat, and I was like, how do I automate this? Same thing online. I came up with these 5 steps: traffic, landing, capture, rapport, and proposal. Really what it comes down to is there's 2 types of traffic. There's organic traffic and paid traffic. Okay, real quick. You're hungry. You have a taste for corn. Here's what organic traffic is. You're going to go out. You're going to find a field. You're going to go dig the dirt. Put your shovel in it. You're going to get some seeds. You're going to plant your seeds. You're going to water the seeds. You're going to hope the sun shines on it. You're going to sit there and stare at it. You're going to take time. Or you're going to think, I'm hungry. I'm going to the store and I'm buying corn. Which seems a little easier? Okay, paid traffic is that. You can find data on anybody, anywhere, every day of the week. Right now, I guarantee you all of our cell phones are on, and Google and everybody else and the NSA is listening to us, okay? And you think I'm joking, okay? Your smartphones hear you. Every word you type, every website you visit is creating a profile on who you are. And they allow us, you, to target those specific people with those kind of interests all day of the week, every day. And believe it or not, it's a lot cheaper than you think. So as an example, what I did is I found traffic. I created a book, okay? How many people think, oh, making a book would be hard, right? Honestly, right? Watch this. You ready? I'll show you how to make a book in a weekend. I took my 5 steps, right? My prospect, contact, present. I sat and I grabbed my cell phone, I put it in front of me, and I made a YouTube video. I just recorded it. Said, hey, Mike Healy here. This is how I prospect. I like to give out business cards. I like to do this. And it was 4 minutes long, okay? There's video 1. I then went to Temi, Temi.com. Write it down, Temi.com. And for 10 cents a minute, you can upload any audio, and it will transcribe it completely for you in about 3 minutes. Chapter 1, complete, off my video, right? Next video, prospect, contact. I did a 3-minute video on contacting, uploaded to Temi, get the transcription, boom. Got it there, chapter 2. Make sense? I then threw it in a PDF. I went to Fiverr. How many of you guys know what Fiverr is? Fiverr.com. You can get anything done for $5. See that nice artwork cover? Fiverr.com for $5. You need transcriptions done. You need copywriting done. You need graphics done. All that, like $5. Some of them obviously have upsells and stuff like that. But in most cases, you get very good, high quality stuff for $5. Okay, on Fiverr. It took me a weekend to make the book, make a couple videos. I popped them on YouTube, and so on, okay? What happens is once they go to that website, they put in just their email, because I don't need anything else, and then I build a little rapport with them, because you know what I did? I took the YouTube videos, and now they were part of an email sequence. Basically, I now sent them this day. Because again, people do business with people they know, like, and trust, right? So using a little video sequence of a couple minutes of just having fun, being who I was, built that rapport so that when I said, hey, by the way, you may or may not be interested in an opportunity, or you're in the company, and more than likely they were because I targeted them correctly. This is what I'm doing. Take a look at it. Does that make sense? And it's what? Automated. It's doing it without me being around. Because a lot of people, a lot of people create businesses for themselves, and they become absolute slaves to their business and have no freedom. If you are doing a business correctly, your business should be spinning off cash, and you should be able to do what you want to do whenever you want to do it. Otherwise, you just own a glorified job. Ouch. Am I a little brutal on here? Okay. So basically what I did is I created that landing page with a little book. Basically, it's PDF. It's not a book. I've never had it published in print. It's literally a PDF. It's a file, okay? I drive traffic with Google, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook to that using targeted people. Here's the question I have for you. If I spend $100 and I basically get $1 a lead, and only 1 out of 100 joins, and the profit margin is around $200, what did I just do? Print money. I basically just printed money. How often can I do that? Every day, right? If I gave you $2, for every dollar you gave me, how many would you give me? A lot of them. Case study. So 3 years ago, so learning all this stuff in networking, I did. I've been in stuff. I launched a company that is basically a business solutions company. I got 2 partners. I came up with the idea because of stuff I'd done before in the commercial energy space. Basically, we look for like consultants or people that can make referrals of businesses to us, and they give us. We just analyze a business's bills, basically their energy costs and so on. And we're talking like industrial size stuff, like plants and things like that. And then we drive the cost down, and the suppliers pay us for a lead or a customer that they never would have had before. Make sense? So I started this, and what I did, and this is kind of elaborate, and like, you might not, you probably can't see it from over there, but basically I did the exact same thing by creating a book that was based on energy. The book was called is called Rich in Energy. And guess what I did? I made a couple videos that I emailed to somebody. So I was looking for people interested in a residual income in that space, and I sent it to them. And then at the third video was, hey, by the way, if you made it this far, maybe you are interested in making some money in the energy space. Take a look at this presentation of a company I own. We do some great things. And then I walked them through a training sequence that they watch. They do a certification, and they walk through the things. And at the very end, I set them up with they just send an email to my business partner who's really smart, and he does all the work after that. All I got to do is get traffic here, and people weed themselves out, right? And some of these clients bring in some of these people will bring in clients that are worth $5, $10, $20, $50, $100,000 a year. How much money can you spend if you got a guy that comes in the front end and potentially, if he makes it out on the back end, is worth $100,000 to you a year? Right? Are you guys getting this? Okay, I don't want deer in the headlight looks. So this is the book. It's basically Rich in Energy. Again, PDF, Fiverr, recorded some videos, scripted it down, and that was it. Okay, drive traffic to it. This is exactly what it looks like from if you were on the inside. Me sitting in front of my desk or in my room doing some. Final video goes to there, and they do it. Once they enroll, I say, hey, congratulations, because it's free to be an associate with us, an advisor. They go through here, and basically I send them through short certification. It was a 5-part video series that just weeds people out is all I'm trying to do. I'm automating this process every step of the way. The cool part is I have data on everything. I can see how many people hit this first website, how many minutes somebody watches on a video, and it really helps. Does it make sense? So that's kind of the front end, is if you identify your message and so on. Now here's something that I don't think people take the time to really, really understand. It's so significant, is that word right there. Can you see me pointing it out? Say it real loud. Targeted. If you are not identifying they call it in marketing, they call it like your target market or avatar. You guys all remember the movie Avatar? It was the identical kind of a view kind of thing. Most people go, well, my product's so awesome, everybody needs it, and they're so broad, and they're riding unicorns and skipping through flowers that they make no sales, no business, and they get nothing done. There are billions of people on the planet, and there are pockets of basically almost cultish-like groups of people that are hybrid, fired up about certain things. If you, instead of saying, I have great shampoo, but you niched it down to say, I have great what's hot right now? Hemp, cucumber, keto shampoo, right? Guess what? You're targeting that crazy niche of the hemp, keto, cucumber people, right? But guess what? They're rabid fans. They're rabid targeted fans. They want what you have. You don't have to be so broad. Okay, there's nothing wrong with starting broad. And I'm going to show you how to find those people, by the way, okay? So here's the thing. On Google is what? The largest search engine on the planet. They, like I said, have data on everybody, on everything. But think about this. Why ads are so powerful. And let me soften this up a little bit. Understand that you can actually run ads, like on a daily basis. You can set up an ad and spend like $5 a day on Google, Facebook, and so on, and get really good numbers back that will tell you if your ad works or doesn't work. I typically do 3 things. I test something, then I verify it, and then I scale it, if you want to write that down, because I don't have that in a PowerPoint. Test, verify, and scale. What that means is I spend $5 for about 3 days on an ad, an image, or some copy. Okay, I've learned that emojis work great when I make copy because it has to look what they call native. Native ad is a term for it. Like, you shouldn't make stuff so fancy. I don't really like to use, the most successful people I've seen recently in the marketing that's worked the best for me is not using like paid images and stuff like that. You are literally better off going like this and taking a selfie like that and just putting a headline that says, this stuff is amazing, you got to check it out, or something like that. I'm telling you, you'll have more success. I had a guy, I just read a case study a couple days ago, in fact, that a guy was talking about how he did a YouTube ad video, and he rented a yellow Lamborghini to do it. And he took it in there and he talked and da-da-da-da. And then he did another one where he was just walking down the sidewalk like this. The one that he just was himself walking down the sidewalk sold 60% more than the one, because people are tired of getting bamboozled and scammed and all that stuff. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's good to be who you are. Understand that. You're created, the way you're supposed to be. Be yourself. Too many people, why do people watch reality TV? Because they can relate more to those people. What happens is people get these preconceived notions that, oh my gosh, I got to have a nice website and fancy stuff and stuff. I try to be as dumb and goofy half the time anymore as I can, and it works better. So it's pretty easy for me. But here's the thing, powerful thing. You can target people on websites they visit, keywords they type in, videos they watch, and things they do all the way around, every day of the week. You can go to Google and you can say, when you go in to create an ad, it will ask you, do you want sales? Do you want just leads? Do you want people just to go to your website? Do you want us to just make you more popular? Which one do you want? Well, today I think I just want some website traffic. Okay, great. Well, since you want website traffic, do you want website traffic because somebody searched typing in a keyword? Do you want us to put an image up for you? Would you like to use a YouTube video to do it? Which one do you want? I'm asking, right? Do you see what I'm saying? Look how powerful this is. Do you want to just target people in the United States or abroad or globally? Whatever you want to do. Okay, let's go United States. How about in the time of day? You can do that. You realize how specific you can get with this stuff? It's like scary. Like, I find this stuff like fascinating. I don't know why. I really wasn't a nerd growing up, okay? Which device do you want an ad to show on? Do you want it to be on all 3 of the devices or just on mobile phones? Well, I only recorded it like this because my camera was up and down, so I'm just going to stick to mobile. You can actually click a button and it does that. What age do you want to target? Well, obviously, if I'm, maybe I'm, offering something that only people 45 and 55 and above use, why would I spend money sending it to that? So I just click, and those people are gone. My ads don't show to those people. Google Display Network, you guys have all seen that. That's actually a screenshot of a guy on Fiverr that had this image that he would make these kind of image ads for you, sized correctly. Look at that. 90% of people on the internet, more than 2 million websites. You've all been there. How many of you guys have ever been to Amazon? You click on a pair of tennis shoes or whatever, and guess what? It tracks you and stalks you for the next 30 days. Okay? How did they do that, right? What if you knew how to do that? You think business would get easier for you if you know how to do that? You know what it is people get intimidated because this stuff looks hard in the beginning. But was everything that you started to do at one time hard or not? Yeah, everything was hard. I was just like fascinated watching. I was tired of seeing these other people win in those spaces. I was tired of doing everything. I was like, what is that? The definition of insane is doing the same thing over and over and over again and not, getting different results. This is cutting edge stuff. If you understand some of this stuff, you set yourself way, way ahead of the competition. In fact, if you start to learn this correctly, they can't compete with you. You become unstoppable. Like in the new company that I just joined, a networking company, I guarantee you in 30 more days, I will be the #1 recruiter in this company in the world. In the world. And people can't figure out what I do. And I'll make YouTube videos and explain it all. And guess what? Most people go, oh, that looks kind of hard. I'm not going to do it. Okay, watch me do it then. It's fine. Do you see what I'm saying? You can do that. Display ads, you've seen that. You go, I like this designer thing right here. I looked at a website, and I went there, and half the time now I do it weird because I'm so into marketing. I go look at stuff just to see how they track me around the internet. You know, it's like a game of tag to me anymore. So, okay, tag. Now I'm going to look. Okay, that guy hit me up with a YouTube video, hit me up with a Facebook video. I just saw his Instagram video. Wow, that guy knows what he's doing. That's kind of how I look at it. You can go through YouTube and find, or I'm sorry, Google, and go through and find everything. I'm going to go through, let me see here. You can target people by keywords they type. Understand that how many of you guys have like a Gmail or a Yahoo account, right? Every single word you typed in is part of their algorithm that tells them exactly what you're talking about. Everything. So you type it in, I can stick an ad right in your inbox. Okay? So if you type in network marketing or MLM or multi-level or any number of 500 keywords that they say are what people search for, I can run you can put a Gmail ad in there, you know, the ones that you come in there pop up, and it would say, hey, get a free copy of my network marketing book or something like that. And when they click on it to open it up, it would look like this. Download now. Okay, I'll download that. That looks pretty cool. That's what it looks like on mobile device. And they go to this page right here, and guess what? They go to it. Check this out. What's that right there say, conversion rates? You know why it's 71%? And that's an old slide. That's from 2017. These stats are still going up. And I'm still hanging right about 68%. 68% conversion. Take a guess why that's so high. Targeted. Talking to the right people about the right thing at the right time. All day of the week. You think I can get leads and actually put them in here, then they're interested in whatever I'm doing if it's 71% conversion because they were getting there? And I'm just building, all I'm doing is building rapport. All you're doing is building rapport. That's all you're doing really, is you're just trying to get people aware of who you are, what you're talking about, remarketing. The other thing too is every web page that you can create or whatever, they have these things called remarketing tags. You know how, like I said, Amazon tracks you around? It's just a little copy and paste code that Facebook and Google gives you, and you put it on your website. So here's the cool part, is I don't even care if somebody opts in to get my book. Because as soon as they go to my website, it puts them on a list automatically that I can now run an ad that's called a retargeting ad to the same person. What's your name? Laura goes to my website because she's interested in networking, but she doesn't know me, so she doesn't trust me, and she ain't giving up her email, right? Right, and she didn't give it. She's not giving it up. But all of a sudden, Laura goes to YouTube a minute later to look for pick something. Dog food. She's looking for best dog foods on the market. And all of a sudden, my ad pops in front of her. And I literally could say something like, hey, Laura, I saw you didn't opt in to get my book. Do you think she'd freak out? Yeah. You can do that. And they're like, oh, wait a second. You know, I've had people go, it was just so weird. I just thought I should do business with you because it was, I was, not to be weird about it. I was praying about it. And all of a sudden, I went to somewhere, I saw some of your stuff, and then all of a sudden it showed up again. And I thought it was a sign. I'm like, it was. It was a sign that my marketing is working, and I was taught the correct thing. But think about the power of that. Oh, hold on, I got hold on questions afterwards. But think about the power of that. Somebody goes and looks at something. You can, and the thing is you started out like real broad. Like I'll do like a post. I'll show you coming up. But anyhow, we'll go through some of this. Okay, YouTube. Oh my gosh, I will tell you this: if I was to ever pick one channel, or when I call channels, all of those picked right there, I would tell you that if you don't have a YouTube channel, you are dumb. Should I say stupid too, or not? I'll tell you why. Because people are doing people they know, business that they know, like, and trust. And 80% of all videos are consumed, believe it or not, in bathroom stalls. This is a stat. They track all this stuff. It's crazy. They know where everybody's at. They're tracking everything. If anybody ever wants to do a missile strike on you, they can send a missile right through your window and get you. If your cell phone is on you, you are a target. Anyhow, not to go into let me tell you about that conspiracy theory. No, I'm kidding. But the reason YouTube, okay, as an example, because here's what I found out. So during some of this stuff, I offered some stuff. Like way back when I offered this internet or this network marketing training course and stuff like that for like $80 or whatever. And I noticed that people run into the ad, But then I noticed that my Facebook likes went up and my YouTube channel's video views and my subscriber rate just went through the roof. And I couldn't figure it out. And I asked my buddy, who's a big marketing guy, and he said, well, what they're doing is they're not ready to part with their money until they know you, like you, and trust you. So now they're going to YouTube, because what is YouTube? The second largest search engine on the planet. Okay, second largest search engine on the planet. And I'm going to show you something real powerful that will change your life. You see that little search bar at the top? Give me somebody's got a business. Give me a business. Hey, I'll be done in 10 minutes if I want to be done. What? Say it louder. City Boy Acres. What is it? Perfect. Black Angus beef. Okay? If you went up there right now and typed in best, use the word best Black Angus beef and the letter A. Best Black Angus. If you actually just type in best Black Angus, all of a sudden there will be a drop-down menu that Google or YouTube will tell you what are the most searched keywords in that niche. Just like that. Guess what each one of those is? Quit trying to imagine what you should be making videos about and let YouTube tell you what to make videos about. You know why I dominate in every networking company I do? I type in the name of the company, and then I type in the letter A, and I look to see what comes up. And then I erase A, and I type in the letter B, and it tells me. Like the top, and then I'll notice that the top ones are like this company, pay plan, this company, back office, this company, and I make trainings on those things. Hey, Mike Healy here. I'd like to do and let me go back with the Black Angus. Say, hey, Mike here, and I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the best way to purchase Black Angus beef, right? If you educate me on the best way to buy Black Angus beef, guess who I want to do business with? You, right? And I just typed it in. I typed it in. I was looking. I was curious. And you just helped me. What am I going to do? Here's my money. Just like that. Does that make marketing a little easier for you? Right? Okay. Video ads on YouTube. You guys know what the video ads are, like when a video plays on YouTube and you go to see a specific thing, but then there's a video playing in front of that? That's a video ad. And again, you can put it to based on any of the keyword searches you want, any of the interests people want, or especially like when people go to your website and you want to hit them up with another thing. So if somebody you can, like this, if somebody goes to one of my videos on my channel for any specific topic, like a network marketing training, I create a list, because I just push a button and say, create this list of anybody that's viewed that. And now I'm going to make an ad that says, hey, I know you're interested in network marketing. I got a free book, or I got a free course, or I got a free online marketing thing. They already know me, right? They already watched it. I'm new. I'm the same person to them. Does that make sense? If you're putting your face in front of people all the time, anyhow, this didn't come up like it normally does. But I actually had a YouTube video here that led them to a page, and then they opted in, and basically I got them there. Facebook ads, back to targeting. You can pick how you want your stuff. You can drive traffic to it, engagements, and so on. Okay, let me show you this. Here's what people don't understand. See that number down there? 2.1 billion. 2.1 billion people that is tracked on every single word you type, every post you like, every picture you post, everything. And it builds this giant algorithmic database, tells me exactly this. How do I find out who these people are? Well, great. I'm glad you asked. Inside your Facebook's ads thing, which is free to have an ad account with them, and you can test stuff for $1 a day or if you wanted, you have a thing in there called Audience Insights. Okay, from a network marketing perspective, I know that this guy, Eric Worre, does the biggest and most popular network marketing trainings in the world. So his audience is huge. How many of you guys think that you have to have a big Facebook page and tons of likes? You don't need that at all. Go after the people that have already built those audiences. Everybody that liked his page, I'm now going to run an ad to that says network marketing made easy. You think people that are interested in his page would like a book like that, right? That's why I get like 15-cent leads, okay? And if you click on it in back there, it will actually tell you the other pages. It will layer down and tell you the other most popular pages of those things that you are interested in. Powerful stuff, right? You can target everything. We'll go through there. Oh, that's my keto one real quick. Just to talk about it. It didn't come up like, it's not doing it like it normally did. But I wrote a thing right here, a thing that said, keto hack your body in 60 minutes or less. Somebody introduced some keto product to me that would do that, and I was like, it was a networking thing, and I just put a blog post together, put a couple pictures together, and I put a picture of meat, because that's what keto people do. They like eat meat, and it was just a picture I found. And I drove traffic to it like crazy, to ketogenic people, ketosis people, anti-carb people, or whatever it was. And I don't know, you can't see it on there, but it got like 600 shares, which is traffic you don't pay for, because they targeted the right people. And then it's fun, you get people arguing about it in your feed. Facebook loves engagement, and they start firing it out to more. I literally ran that ad 3 years ago, and I still get a check every single week because of the money that comes in from the customer base that was built on one ad, and I spent like $70 on it. You getting this yet or not? Same thing can be done on Instagram, because Facebook does Instagram. You can see that. How many of you guys saw any of the Faith Life Church ads for the Provision Conference? Guess who did those? That's weird. How did I keep seeing that every single day? Me. Okay. All right, so kind of winding down here. Like I said, I was going to pitch you here at the end, so here comes the pitch. If you want these courses right here, I typically sell them for a pretty good chunk of change. I have a marketing mastery thing, which is kind of the first part that I was showing you how to structure it. I show you how to make your funnels and kind of the mapping of it and stuff like that. I give you options. I have some that are pre-made you can download. The Google Ads thing is I go through everything, and almost I think every video is just me basically talking to you with a screen record. Okay, so I'm walking somebody through exactly how I would do it. Like, here's how you set this up, here's how you set this up, and so on. How to look for keywords, stuff like that. If you want a really cool tool, write this down, because I saw the word keyword. Keywordseverywhere.com. Keywordseverywhere.com. This will be a gang. You go to that website, and it will ask you. I know it works on Chrome. I don't know if you have it work on the other ones, but it might. But if you go on there and you download their thing, their like plug-in, everywhere you go on the internet now, if you type something in or you go to a website, it will pull up and show you all the keywords that are the most popular for that web page or that site. I love it because when I type in words into YouTube, it will pull them up and it will tell me the top like 5 or 10. And most importantly, it will show you how many searches each month each one has. So if I typed in Black Angus beef, best Black Angus beef farms, and it says 50 searches a month, I probably wouldn't do anything with making an ad with that. But if I typed that in and it came up like 1,600, I'm making a video on it. Anything over 1,000, anything with 1,000 or more monthly searches, I will always make a video on it. Make sense? And then obviously and it's better if you do the ones, because there's less competition if they're longer, like best Black Angus beef in Ohio is what they call a long tail keyword, and you could make a video on that and would do that. YouTube, like I said, if I was to get the course, no matter what, I would say that's the number one. But this one, what's cool too, is the biggest thing is inside there I show you the 6 places that if you put your keywords in there, YouTube will take over your marketing for you. Okay? Like if you make the title your keyword, you say it in your video, the file of the video you saved on your computer is the keyword, the image title that you put in there is a keyword, and in your keyword area, YouTube will know that you know what you're doing, and they will start pushing it out to everywhere else that is relevant to that keyword. Okay? A suggested ad, like another video pops up after you watch a YouTube video. If you do it right, they'll push your video. They'll push your video. You'll push your video. Okay? Like I have, if you type in A.L. Williams, Art Williams, Just Do It, I'm probably the number 1 YouTube video of that one on there. Okay? Because they did it right. Same thing with Facebook. You can go in there and get all the stuff, everything on there, how to set up campaigns, blah, 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 blah. More than 40 videos in the course. Basically, a lot of times you can, and here's the thing, is you can do a couple things. You can hire people to do this, obviously. There's plenty of people who do it. I'm pretty expensive now because I don't have to nickel and dime anymore. I charge people a lot of money to do any campaigns now because I know how good I am at it, and I weed out anybody who's just a tire kicker and gonna waste my time. Make sense? Because it takes a little bit of time. The cool part is if what I had to, I put these courses together. Each course I typically sell at $4.95. I bundled all of them together for $9.97, which is a very good competitive price for anything out there. But wait, there's more. Okay. If you wanted just one course, I give people 40% discount if they type that in at checkout. Okay. But I am also running a provision special only, that on the entire bundled course, instead of $9.98, I'm doing a provision weekend special at 50% off of that, which gives you everything. The other thing I would tell you too is you might get into it and you go through some of the stuff and you're curious about it and you go, I got to grow my business. I don't want to learn this stuff. I don't want to do it. The one thing I would tell you that will give you an advantage is if you know some of it, you know how to speak the language to people that you're paying to do it. Okay? I had people that saw my first breakout session when I was in the other room that came up to me, and a guy was like, well, I gave him $1,000 and stuff like that, and I don't know if it worked. Well, you better stop doing that real fast, or whatever, right? And I'll just take your money and I'll go out with it or whatever. If you're not going to pay attention to your metrics, you see what I'm saying? So if you understand that you can learn the language, because that's what I had to do. And now it puts you in a completely different level with somebody as well. Like, they take you more serious if you can do this stuff. If you learn some of these strategies, if you think about it, if you're an employer in your business and you understand how funnels work and you start figuring out the customer journey, you can dominate everybody. There is no competition because people don't do it. All I did was I looked at one piece and I saw this and I tried this and I tried this and I tried this. And it was like about 2 years ago, it all just went just like that. And just, man, it's just like and now I can roll stuff off like that. And you can get to that point. I mean, obviously everything you start for the first time is overwhelming and it's tough, right? I'm still on schedule. That's pretty cool. I'm even early, right? Nice, not too bad. So if you're interested, you can get it. If not, no big deal. So what I'm going to do is, since you guys are probably hungry, you've been through meetings all day, I'm going to say thank you and dismiss you, and you're going to go get dinner or whatever. We're going back here at 7 o'clock tonight. If you have questions, you can come up for a little bit. I'm kind of worn out, so don't ask too many detailed questions. Okay, just go get the courses and then ask me questions later. So did you enjoy that? All right, thank you guys. Appreciate it.